timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Throws him down. Knockdown. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Spends the gauge for the driver mix-up. Forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. Player 2 saw them sweating against the wall and gets in the throw. Player 2 picks up the always important fight. Goes for the jump in to start. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must scores a counter hit with the OD mixer. Ready and waiting with the spinning mixer. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the springs forward with the drive rush? What'll happen here? Player 2 holding on to that corner perfect KO. They were in full control there. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Big counter. Sticks the combo. Player 1 chases them down. Strings it all together. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Gets the jump in. Player 2 has depleted their drive lead, but they are still within range. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Will we burnout? Expect a KO! Player 2 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Barely blocks the jump in. Fires off a whirlwind. Jumps in. Medium kick hits. What'll happen here? Lays down a whirlwind. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Will we see a drive impact? Good job escaping that. Oh, burnout triggered. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. That's a counter. Drive rush. All in with a rush. With super pumping hard. Amazing. Links it. They trade hits. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to stretch. Oh, yo! Rock super hit. Tons of space. Excellent read. Player 2, clutch anti-air. Player 1 is looking. This can lead to some big damage. Anti-air in the clutch. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still? What a finish! Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion. Corner opportunity. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. Brushes off the impact. Gotta be burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Knockdown and player 2 has depleted their drive game, but they're KO. Player 1 with a big first round pick. Expect to see some fireworks. Hits the air throw. The last round. It's now or never. Blocks the drive reversal. All in with a rush. Digs in deep to get that drive in. Player 2 holding more fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Carries them over with forward rush. Wall splat into the guard break. Outbreaks it. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? A rare chance here. Over in a flash. Ooh, I dare you. Who's retaliates with the OD mixer. Charges forward. The star is active. Here comes the rude dancer. Player 2 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Put the exclamation point on that with an OD heart. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Amazing! Oh, nice! Player, this can lead to some big damage. Player 1 may be able to pull a fast one, especially with a perfectly executed. Player 2 is a... They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Goes for the rush down to start. They're on a mission. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Sticks the... Player 2 holding on to that perfect KO. They were in full control there. All in from this point. Right off the bat, there's no hesitation. They start the offensive by charging forward. Player 1 will look to apply Lynxit. Wow, that throw did some juicy damage. Plenty of health, full gauges, all in with a rush. That corner is starting to look scary. Wait, what? Are they actually dead? Hanging by a thread. Just need one final over in a flash. Gotta hand it to both of our... Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Oh, what a move. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find... How will they utilize this? Player 1 has to come from the brink like that? What a comeback! Shrugs that off! Medium kick into... Scuffle! Links it! Wall splat into the guard break! What now? Oh, yo! Raw super here? Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. This is it! He stars out. Rasheed's gonna start stealing. Player 1 is in a very good spot. Excellent read. A real ransom. Ugh, take a seat. Player 1 can't use any drive Totsugeki to the face. They are done. Player 1 clinches the... Springs forward with the drive rush. Ooh. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Experiencing burnout. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Opt for the critical art. Press them with a critical art. Such a smart play to go for in this situation. Fighting back against the odds and giving them a chance to win this. No! That amazing never say die attitude got them the win. Here's the final round. Ooh, will they hit, whip, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. They saw a path and they took it. Player knockdown and Player 2 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. Barely blocked links it. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Looking to impress with this super. He stars out. Rasheed's gonna start feeling. Just goes for it at this range. Back to the corner. They were waiting for it. Pumps the brakes on the impact. OD whirlwind? Player 1, no way, that win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned. That was catch as catch. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Uses a drive parry against the attack. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge down. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Throw zone. What's next? Player 2 is in a tight spot right now. Capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect... They can't get complacent. Opts to create space to start. Fires off a whirlwind. Charges forward. Lays down a whirlwind. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. The super doesn't hit. Hits them with a stopping block. Were they baiting them into that? Will we see a drive impact? Throws them full. Burnout activates. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Oh no, they're stunned. Perfect KO. They were in full control there. Player 1 brings it home. Immediate jumping. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Fires off a whirlwind. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Not much drive to work with at the moment. Will we see a drive impact? Oh, burnout triggered. Doesn't let up and gets the stun. This round may be as good as over. Flawless round. They got him so quick. Well, listen, when you're locked in a knife. What else can they get away with? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Fires off a whirlwind. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the springs forward with the drive rush. Will we see a drive impact? Hits him with a stopping block. Ends the meter. Untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect. Player 2 brings it. Decides not to rush in without a plan. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Gets the jump in. The throw breaks it. Starts with whirlwind. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. This is a complete shutdown. Ooh, what a smart blow. What's next? This is the gigantic, willing to risk it for the overdrive. Solid anti-air. Walls flat, it's just over in a flash. Player 1 is a more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Checks with the projectile. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. All right. Gets the counter in. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Knockdown. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to pick up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Box him with the target combo. Springs forward with the drive rush. Scrapping it out up a super arc in your face with the SRK. Going in, player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Backs them into the corner. Burnout activates. Oh no, they're stunned. They got the KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Puts the super armor to good use. Player 1 with the lead. Will they go for offense or defense? Walls flat into the guard break. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Devotes all that heat into the goddess of the hunt. They're about to get a big knockout kiss. This is the time to believe perfectly executed. Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Creates an opening with the low heavy. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 1 has the life lead. Coming through. What's the play here? Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive move and in fold for the throw. That's what they came for. Super Rashid's kick to make their extremity single. KO! Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Overhead. Keeping blowing them away. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Brushes that off and keeps going. Will we see a drive impact? Going in? Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. That puts the super armor to good use. It connects with the throw. What'll happen? Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. Noticeable life lead is a comeback still closes it out. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. That drive impact is blocked. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Neither of them willing to back off here. In a dire situation, they can't KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Checks them with the projectile. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Knockdown. Player 2 chases them down. Oh, missed! Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Both fighters are burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Going in. Reversal. Lays down a whirlwind. They return to center stage. Break through with the throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Flies in, curls him from above. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. All in with a rush. Huge chance after that wall strike. Player 2 with the rhythm, owning that space. Taking a ride on Altair. Don't worry, this ride won't cost you $1, but that light gauge is gonna holler. All the throw connects. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. No whip, what a sick counter. It's like they knew exactly what was gonna happen. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. Drive rush. Gets in their face. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Knockdown. Will we see a drive hit experiencing burnout? Very solid corner switch. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Overdrive Hadouken. Player 1 needs to hold out until they're going for the super arc. This is their last chance. Tags them and takes the W. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Turns it up a notch and sends them to it. Hits them with a stopping bomb. They've got the meter for a drive. Uses the gauge for a super arc. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Player 2 is dominating this match. Jumps in. One chance here may end this match. Drive rush to keep it going in there. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Goes for the jump in to start. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Player 1 forward throw, laying the pressure on things. Player 1 with the rhythm, owning that space. Drive gauge on deck are perfectly executed. Ooh, I dare you to find me a beat. A lot of what are you jumping in for? Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Opens with a jump one step ahead of them. Connects with the throw. Fires off a whirlwind. Experiencing burnout. No! Stunned off the wall! What now? Wall flat into the guard frame. Spends it all on the super! Not shy one bit about it! Oh, here's forward rush! Perfectly executed! Player 2 was an absolute... All right, first round. What's going to happen? Shows the overhead. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective gameplay. Both fighters are low on drive. They'll want to tread carefully for this part of the fight. Can't tech the throw? They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. Solid, perfect. Takes the round without getting touched. Player can't let their drive be looking to impress with this super. Player start that kill. Here comes the rude standstill. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? They gotta press here to... burnout activates. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Will we see a drive impact? Big throws. Knockdown and... connects with medium kick. A real test of this is gonna hurt. Player 1 reads the jump in perfectly. Player 2 will look to... No! Stunned off the wall, closes it out! That was catch as catch can, as you're gonna get in a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made!
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Next up, Player 2 has been really leaning on that drive edge. Knockdown. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Parries the projectile. Now what's the follow-up? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 1 chases them down. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Blocks the ambiguous toss-up. The jump-in is denied. Takes a trip. In a dire situation, gets him. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Low heavy hits. Oh, burnout triggered! Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Got him up against the wall and the stun is there. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Cashes out of the gauge to summon Altair. Not even the eye of the storm is safe. Going in, Player 1 springs forward with a drive rush. Love tap to close it. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game... Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Bait some for the air throw. Will the drive parry here open things up for them? We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Checks with the projectile. Knockdown. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Starts with a jumper. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Taking stock. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. The drink level's at 4. All inhibitions are out the window. Big counter. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Brushes off the impact. Overhead gets him. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jump, early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Oh, easy tech. Springs forward with the drive rush. Gets the combo. The quarter makes it hard. Burnout activates. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Using the super can open up huge chances for you. All in with the rush. Barely blocks the jump in. Oh, burnout triggered. It's a good spot to use the super. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive boost. That's a betting it all on the drive rush. In with the luminous. Tension to solid flatline zone. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. Projectile to try and change the situation. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Trips him up. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. From up above. Goes for the drive rush there. No more drive gauge. Throws him. What's next? The drink level's at 4. All inhibitions are out the window. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 in trouble with no drive. Knockdown. Player 2 can't use any more drive without burning out. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go burnout. KO. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Opts to create space to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 2 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? They quickly get back into the corner of the stage. Combo with the target combo. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Hits them with his free flow. Drive rush to keep it going. Genius read. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Oh, you know what time it is? Altair's gonna take you for a ride. Took him to the corp drive rush. Experiencing burnout. Stunned. They gotta get in there. What a finish. Player 2. Hitters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Charges in with authority. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Player 1 with a sliver of drive gauge left. They may be in for a tough time. Neither of them willing to back off here. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Projectile to try and change the situation. It digs in deep to get that drive in. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Scrapping it out up close. Player 2 needs to use the threat of, ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Were they baiting them into that? Grabs and throws them away. Rasheed's making the chat go nuts with OD spinning mixer. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Up the damage burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Kept your composure and pulled out the combo at just the right time. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Impact's a no-go. Projectile to try and change the situation. Go heavy. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Holds out with the block. Takes a trip. Uses the drive rush here. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Fires off a whirlwind. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. A super art in your face with the SRK. Knockdown and player 2, it hits them with a stopping block. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. They've got the lead. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Oh, here we go. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Oh, now that is a punish. They got a big down deep here. Doesn't check the throw. Now as catch as catch can, as you're gonna get in a fight. Give them a psychological advantage. What a clutch side piece there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Does a good job of pushing back. Fires off a whirlwind. They've got the beater for a drive impact. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player 1 is dominating this match. Flawless round. They got him so quick. Give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Shoots off a projectile from downtown to check their approach. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. What's the play here? A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Big counter. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive, takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player 2 chases them down. Some burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. The projectile connects, not giving the opponent any chances. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Hits them with a 1-2-3. Scores a counter hit with the OD mixer. Springs forward with the drive rush. Dashes forward. All in with a rush. It's a good spot to use the super. That's not gonna hit. Player 1 can't let this simmer. Oh no, they're stunned. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? We're so close to the end of the round that it may not matter that crowns them from above. Oh, here we go. Player, what a finish. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Starts with whirlwind. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Here comes a big combo. Breaks it. Player 1 is barely hanging on to their last bit of drive. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? Player 1 is looking at a grim situation. The throw is denied. Dangerous range here. Rushes in. Amazing. Player 1 can't let this sit. Connects with the throw. This is a complete raw super art incoming. Will this super art, what a finish. Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Blocks it. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. They knew that throw was coming. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Burnout is triggered. What a finish. Great read on the life gauge there. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? absorbs the attack and fires back. That attack landed for it, parries the jump in to shut it down. Springs forward with the drive rush. From upstairs! Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Both fighters are trying not to get trapped in the corner. Who's gonna Isar that kill? Here comes the rude sandstorm. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Rashid's making the chat go nuts with OD spinning mixer. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. The drive game turning it right up with a super. Oh, burnout! Did they mean to do what a finish? Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with. Fully unlocked. Let's get it on.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Goes for the throw. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Player 1 with the life lead. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. What's the play here? Definitely answers the air attack. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Grabs him, takes a trip from up above. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. All right, what's coming up next? Experiencing burnout. Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Gets the jump in. Spends the gauge for the drive reversal. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. What'll happen here? Denied! You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Fires off a whirlwind. Long-range fireball to break the silence. Doing some quick charges forward. Lays down a whirlwind. Player escapes with a reversal. Both fighters planning something? Life lead is there, but Isar is active. Here comes the rude sandstorm. Throws them. How long can this offensive assault be? What a finish! Player 1 brings it.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Opts for the throw. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Jump in finds the mark. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. The neutral game is much harder to control without a full drive gauge, so they'll be looking to fill it back up. Takes a trip. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? The jump in is denied. Knockdown. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. They've got the scores account in there. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Let's off a projectile to waste time. Checks with a medium kick. Throws them. What's next? Fires off a whirlwind. Jumps in. Lays down a whirlwind. Risky up-close scrap still going. Good awareness on the crosser. Fights out of the corner. That charges forward. They've got the meter for a drive impact. This can lead to some big damage. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Links it! Sets up with the jump in. Closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Decides not to rush in without a plan. The last round. It's now or never. Fires off a whirlwind. Still plenty of time left. Lays down a whirlwind. Springs forward with the drive rush. Full S crowns him from above. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Oh man, this is a scary range. Player 1 is in a very good spot now. Anti-air in the clutch. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation. Super Art to show what a PhD in fighters can do for you. The Wolf of Southtown is on the hunt and ready to show his face. My man's about to show everyone who runs this town. This is gonna hurt. You throws. Amazing. Noticeable life lead is a comeback. I called it. I called it. Tons of space between the fighters now. The super block. Did we see a drive impact here? How did they read that flow? Random! Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? The drive gauge is screaming for more attention. Whirlwind shot! There's a burnout! Anti-air in the clutch! It's an absolute beast! Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Genius read with that throw escape. Breaks those shins. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? This is a huge chance to make a field. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juice. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player 1 chases them down. Bare knuckle! Both fighters KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Fires off a whirlwind. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Will gain control of the match in the early going. Can't tech the throw? Taking stock. Will we see a drive impact? Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Raises with power wave. Player 2 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Life lead is there, but still, put that away. What now? In with the crosser. Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. That corner is starting to look scary. Burn out, but they may have a plan here. Denies the jump in attempt. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Going on the offensive? Plenty of health. Full-gate throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Like not going anywhere. Starts with whirlwind. Drops them from the air. Whirlwind shot. They are not getting close to each other. Ooh, you never know. All in with a rush. Back to the corner. Are we gonna play throws them? Both sides getting ready. Solid anti-air. Any throw will whiff at that range. With super up, this can lead to some big damage. They're in range. Hits that with confidence. noticeable life lead is passes out the cage right there. This is going to hit for a critical art. You gotta imagine that this is not only gonna wreck their life bar, but also their nerves. Retaliates with the OD mixer. Player 2 is in a very good spot. Pushes the envelope with the OD spinning mixer. Player 1, no one could have called that. Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. Ready? It's fight night time.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Are they trying to slow down the pace with a projectile? Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? What's the play here? Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Not a lot of damage dealt so far. No telling how this match will turn out. Perfect air to air. Okay, creating some space here. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Both fighters are looking for a way to fill up their super art gauge. Taking stock. There's space to make something happen here, and neither fighter looks willing to back down. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. This is a huge chance to make a feel. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Knockdown. Plenty of space between the fight, experiencing burnout. Player 2 in trouble with no drive. This is a burnt in there. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Jumps up. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. Will we see a private? They choose to spend the meter to up the damage by a bit. Uses the gauge for a super art. Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill or not. Perfect KO. They were in full control there. That was a clinic on healthy cheesesteak.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Low heavy. Throw hits. Now the fun begins. Okay, they trade hits. Still slugging it out here. Holds out with the block. Can't tech the throw. Throws out a projectile. The super armor does its job. Flashes us. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Will we see a drive impact? Oh God, this is tense. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Jump, they get the win by sustaining good corner pressure and not giving them any breathing room. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They trade. Miraculous grab. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Player 2 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. This can lead to some big damage. All in there. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks tries to make something happen with an overdrive arm. Excellent damage on that. Oh, not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Scrambling here, links it. Lenny tries to act quickly, but with the attack. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Taking a ride on Altair. Don't worry, this ride won't cost you $1, but that life gauger's gonna holler. Player 2 still has a chance when it rushes in. Starts with Whirlwind. Dangerous range here. Whirlwind shot. Flatline zone. Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Shows a medium kick. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Goes for the throw. Trips him up. Player 1 has been really leaning on that drive gauge. Grabs him. Knockdown. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Misses the drive impact. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? G-right kick for a mix-up. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 will have... Will this super art connect? Okay, creating some space here. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive. The super doesn't hit. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Breaks the block with a throw. We have super art on deck. In there! That's what happens when you capitalize on all of...
A new challenger.
It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking their opponent. Goes for the throw. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juice. They saw a path and they took it. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Lays down a whirlwind. Can't tech the throw, springs forward with the drive rush. Ups the damage on that by opting to go for the overdrive. Uses the gauge for a super art. What'll happen? Counters with amnesia. Nice read. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. A parry? They've got the meter from experiencing burnout. KO! Player 2 brings it home. 3. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? The low doesn't connect. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Neither can lean on their drive too hard. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability, this is going to hurt. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Experiencing burnout. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Uses the parry. hits him with a stopping block. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. They are absolutely wailing on each other in the middle of the stage. Both fighters, burnout triggered. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This drive rush to keep it going. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. They're going for the super art? Level 3 super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Player 1 might have just shifted this round into high gear. Throws him. Okay, here we go. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. All in with a rush. Looking for a chance. Breaks it. What a finish. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Jumps. Barely blocks the jump in. Beats them and goes in for the hug. Player 1 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. They're sitting on a in with the crosser, getting up close and personal. What connects with the throw? Rashid's looking for something with these stars. Player 1 is dangerously, what a smart throw. What now? Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 2 is in a, style. Bad news is on the way. A real test of nerves here. Doesn't set the throw. That was a fight per round of work.